Hello blog readers, thank you for joining me. Today I have a special treat. I wanted to show you something that is best demonstrated through video versus photo. But before I get to that, I just wanted to show you really quick the cover of the Not Texas magazine, the latest issue. It has our name in it as a Best of Weddings winner, which we're super excited about. We're really thankful to the brides that voted for us. And I just want to say that this magazine is quite possibly my favorite wedding planning magazine because it has a lot of really informative articles in it. It's got some beautiful local real weddings, and because it's a Texas magazine, it can be a good resource for finding vendors, including this Best of Weddings winners, which can help you find some great vendors. So we're pretty excited about that, and without further ado, I will get on with Erica's invitation. This is the envelope. She had probably about 14 people invited total to the wedding. It was really intimate, and so probably about 7 or so invitations were actually sent out, and she was kind enough to send me a copy so that I could blog about it, so thank you. Her brother Ryan, who is an artist, made all the invitations by hand, so they're very special. Even the envelope is handmade from paper, which I love. So if you open it up, pull it out, here's the cover, the beautiful picture that a friend of theirs took. And the construction, I think this is kind of a mat board, and it's got like a spine. It's kind of like a folio or a little book, so it's really well made and sturdy. And you open it up, and here's the inside. And it's in purple, which is Erica's favorite color and also her main wedding color. It's just this beautiful kind of, the paper has a bit of a shimmer to it, which is really pretty. And we'll start over here with the actual invitation. You can see that it's written in kind of a typewriter font, which is very thoughtful because they had a typewriter at the reception for guests to write well wishes to them. And also, if you remember on their trailer I made a while ago, I used a typewriter font for that too, just to tie it all together. And this is really neat, these images. It's a bunch of nature elements. You can see there's birds, fox, flowers, fish, butterflies, trees, and even some hearts over here. And so it's kind of this conglomeration of natural elements that really ties in with the location of the wedding, which was in, I believe, maybe northeast Oklahoma, which is just a really beautiful area of Oklahoma, not to mention beautiful area of the country. And I love that all of these images are a nod to the setting. And these were also tied in other elements. She had little out-of-town gift bags for all the guests, and you know, she had note cards for people, and these elements were on those note cards. So it's really neat. And over here, we have a series of 3 envelopes with the 3 different dates on them, and this was the wedding day, but we'll start over here with the day before the wedding. You pull the little envelope out and open it up. And it starts with this poem called The Invitation, and I will have a link to this poem in the blog post. It's a really beautiful poem that's extremely significant to Erica and Phil in their relationship. And what's cool is they also used this text and tied it into their ceremony vows. And I'm going to be posting their full-length feature video in several days, and you'll be able to hear elements of this poem in their video. And of course, it's aptly named The Invitation, which is perfect. And then under that we have information for a barbecue the day before the wedding hosted by Phil's family. It's kind of a rehearsal dinner. And then we open up the wedding day envelope. 999, by the way. Information about games you can play the day of the wedding while you're waiting for the events to start. cocktails about a half hour before the wedding on Old Indian Wagon Road, which is essentially just this tiny kind of dirt road amongst the trees in Erica's parents' land, which is where all the wedding festivities took place. And then the ceremony at 5 o'clock, which was the most meaningful and precious ceremony I've ever witnessed. And then the day after the wedding, there was a brunch at a neat little antique store in the nearby town, which was delicious and kind of a fun way to just, you know, be with people the day after your wedding. It was really fun. Then they had a canoe trip, which was also a blast, up until the point that I smashed my finger between our canoe and a tree, but it was still a great time. And then they had dinner at a catfish restaurant afterward, which was delicious. And then here's the RSVP information. So, I just wanted to show you all this because I want people to realize that they can think out of the box with their invitations. Something like this, of course, you know, is made possible by the fact that Erica had a really small wedding, so you can do something that's really time intensive like this, and it's okay. But I DIY'd my own invitations also. They weren't this involved, but it's really time consuming and not necessarily cheaper, but it's extremely rewarding too, and you have something that's one of a kind. So I encourage any of you brides to possibly look into making your own invitations. So thanks for watching.